Justin and Chester discovered Justin's uncle was behind another kidnapping attempt on Pete. Justin ordered a strict internet screening system to prevent leaks. Pete's psychiatrist prescribed 2 types of pills for him, disguised as vitamins, to stabilize his mental health. Justin attempted to give Pete the pills, but Pete refused, suggesting Justin take them instead to improve his emotional intelligence. Pete also expressed sadness that I and Justin did not connect at the party. Later, at the Anderson villa, Cherry mentioned the bad man with a gun who mistook her for Pete, revealing that the attack was not a random incident. I reassured her, but I am now deeply worried about the safety of both Cherry and Pete. Who are these powerful enemies targeting Pete, and what is their motive? Who was the mysterious caller? And what price are they demanding from Justin? Will Justin discover the attack on me and Cherry? And if so, how will he react? Justin had always been careful whenever he left the house, especially if Pete was with him. As a child, he had been kidnapped, so his son's safety was of paramount importance. That was his main reason for hiring private tutors to homeschool Pete. Justin ensured that there was no information about Pete on the internet, no pictures, not even his name. Most of the people in New York weren't even aware of him. Justin wanted his son as well protected as possible until he could fend for himself. He decided to take Pete out for lunch that day, but he brought 8 bodyguards. The bodyguards were separated into 2 cars. One was in front of Justin's car, while the other was behind them. While the cars slowed to a halt in traffic, Tina got out of her car in high heels and stopped in front of them. She shouted, "Mr. Hunt, I have something to tell you." The passenger door of the middle vehicle opened, and Tina breathed a sigh of relief. Just as she thought it was Justin, she saw Chester getting out of the car. He grabbed Tina by the arm and pulled her out of the way to the side. Tina narrowed her eyes and shook off his arm. She straightened her back and said, "I really have to talk to Mr. Hunt. It's about his son, so I need to see him in person." Chester said mockingly, "Miss York, what exactly do you have to say to Mr. Hunt that you need to do in person?" Tina, whose intentions had been exposed, became furious. However, she knew that it was probably useless to insist on seeing Justin, so she gave in. She said, "I accidentally caught Pete live streaming a game. Mr. Hunt has always been very strict with Pete. Isn't there something strange about him being allowed to live stream?" Chester scoffed and replied, "You're sure doing everything you can to get close to Mr. Hunt. That's a pretty outrageous claim." He continued, "Pete doesn't play games. He doesn't even talk much. There's no way he would live stream." Tina panicked upon seeing that he didn't believe her and said, "It's true. He's already trending on social media." "He's trending on social media?" Chester was puzzled. He raised his eyebrows and said, "Oh, really? Show me then." However, she refused to give in. "This concerns Pete, so I can only show Mr. Hunt. Tell him about it and let him add me on Facebook. I'll send him the information, okay?" Chester smiled and replied, "Okay, I'll be sure to tell him." He then turned, got into the 3rd car, and drove off to catch up to the others. As he adjusted his seatbelt, a bodyguard asked, "Is what that woman said true, Chester?" Chester sneered. "How can that be? Pete, a live streamer? Are you kidding me?" He picked up his cell phone, opened the social media apps, and checked the trending topics. There wasn't anything related to Pete from the first to the last. But he couldn't risk overlooking anything, so he called Hunt Corporation's IT security department and asked, "Is the screening system that Mr. Hunt asked for done?" The IT security department chief replied, "We've been working overtime since yesterday on it. I reckon we'll finish it tonight." "Okay, send it to me when it's done," he responded. Chester hung up. As an executive assistant, he needed to filter certain content by himself. He would make sure that all of Miss Smith's messages would get to Mr. Hunt. As for everyone else, he had to verify the authenticity first. After lunch, they returned to the villa. A petrified Scarface was brought to Justin as he sat in the villa's living room. His face was white and covered in sweat. His speech was unclear as he begged for mercy. "Mr. Hunt, your female bodyguard already spoke to us. We promise we won't try to kidnap your son anymore. We've even been protecting him from people all this time. At least 3 groups of people wanted to attack him over the last 2 days." Justin sat up, puzzled. "My female bodyguard?" "Yes, the one driving the SUV yesterday who's protecting your son." "An SUV? Nora?" he thought. The stern look on his face mellowed a little. So she does care about me, right? He wondered. If not, why would she quietly teach Scarface a lesson and not tell me anything? Justin smiled. The interrogation of Scarface brought a shocking revelation. Multiple groups were targeting Pete, and Nora, acting independently, had intervened. This revelation stirred a complex mix of emotions in Justin. He felt a surge of warmth, interpreting Nora's actions as a silent declaration of care, a stark contrast to his earlier feelings of neglect. He began to believe she truly cared for him. However, the lingering danger surrounding Pete and the mystery of the competing factions remained unresolved. Why are so many groups targeting Pete, and who are they? What are Nora's true motives for protecting Pete, and why is she keeping it a secret from Justin? Will Chester find any evidence of Pete's online activity, and what will the screening system reveal? Will Justin confront Nora about her actions, and how will she respond?